to do.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Carly and welcome to my YouTube fam. So today's video is going to be a first impression and review on some new makeup products that I purchased recently in my haul video. There was quite a lot of products I wanted to try out. I wasn't able to try all of them today just because there were multiples of some highlighters, blushes and lip products, but I chose a few today that I wanted to do in this video, and I created this beautiful bronzed glowing skin look with these beautiful glittery subtle eyes and a bright red lip. I haven't done a bright bold lip color on my channel for a while, I feel, so I really wanted to do that today. And yeah, I just wanted to create something that was really easy to achieve, just something that wouldn't take you too long and anyone could wear this look. Whether it's to an event or a party or a family gathering or just anything that you're doing, a bright red lip paired with bronzed glowing skin is always a great look to try out. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below if you're not already, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos. If you'd like to see this review and first impression of these new makeup products, then please keep watching. Okay, so first I'm going to start with the skin because I'm going for more of a subtle eye look. I don't think I need to do my eyes first. If I'm doing more of a darker, smoky eye look, that way if I get any fallout, it's a lot easier to remove before doing foundation. But today I'm going to do my face makeup first. So I've already applied some moisturizer and eye cream. So first I'm going to go in with a hydrating spray. I'm going to try out this one today from Patrick Ta. This is the Major Glow Dewy Milk Mist. I haven't used this before, but this just looks beautiful. I absolutely love the packaging of this. So I'm just going to spray some of this on my face. This really helps to add some extra hydration, so my skin's going to look more glowy after I apply my foundation and my base makeup products. And I like to drench my skin in that. That feels really nice. It has a really nice subtle kind of floral scent, but nothing too strong. And now to prime, I'm going to try out this new primer from Urban Decay. This is the All Nighter Ultra Glow Face Primer. I really love the All Nighter setting spray, so I knew that this one was going to hopefully be really good, and I love that it is more of a glow face primer, which I do like being more on the dry skin side. I do love a really hydrating, glowing primer. It's really interesting. It's like a clear consistency. It's really different. I haven't seen a primer that's like a clear, almost like a gel-like texture, so let's see how it goes on the skin. I'm just going to use my fingers just to really press that and blend that into my skin and massage it into my face. It feels really nice and hydrating already. I can feel it's more of a kind of lighter, watery consistency. And my lips have been really dry lately. It's coming into summer here in Australia. So I'm going to use a lip mask. This one is from Patrick Ta. This is the Major Glow Softening Lip Mask. This one looks really beautiful. I haven't tried it out yet, so I was really looking forward to trying it. And it just looks like a really beautiful, nourishing, hydrating lip mask, which is what I need. It's this kind of soft nude shade. So I'm just going to apply some of that to my lips. This way they'll be nice and soft and moisturized by the time I get to apply my lip products. This has a really nice peppermint smell to it, and it does taste really nice on my lips too. Now for foundation, I didn't have a new foundation to try out, but this one I've only used once or twice, so I do want to give it another go in this video. And it is from HOURGLASS. This is the VANISH Seamless Finish Liquid Foundation. I do really like the stick foundation. It's one of the only stick foundations that I do like. So I wanted to give this one another go. This one is quite full coverage and it is more of a kind of semi-matte finish. It's definitely not really matte and drying. It's more of a satin finish. So if you're looking for something really full coverage with more of that kind of in-between satin semi-matte finish, I think you're going to like this foundation. And I'm just going to use this Fenty foundation brush. This is the number 110. It's a really nice kind of flat kabuki-like brush, which I find really helps to blend the foundation and just give it that all over airbrush flawless look. And I do have a tan on at the moment, so you will notice my neck is quite a lot darker than my face, so that's why it's going to look a little bit strange going on at first, but once everything blends in to my neck, it's all going to look fine in the end. It's always funny putting on foundation when you have such a pale face compared to your neck. It always looks a bit strange, but once you put your concealer, your powder, your bronzer, everything just kind of comes together. I am using the shade Beige in this foundation, which is the same shade I use in the cream stick, and I find it does blend into my tan shade really nicely. So if you do use fake tan or spray tan, Beige is definitely a really nice colour I would recommend in this foundation. And you can see this foundation does have a really good coverage to it. I just felt like doing something with a bit more coverage today. I usually prefer more kind of light to medium coverage foundation just for everyday makeup wear. But I wanted to go a little bit more full glam today because I am going more natural on the eyes. The focus is going to be more on the lips and the skin. So I just wanted my skin to look more perfected and just have some more coverage on it. And for concealer today, I'm going to use the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. This one is in the shade Almond. This is definitely one of my favourite concealers. I didn't have a new concealer to try today. It was mostly cheek products and eye and lip products. So I'm using my kind of go-to base products for concealer and powder and bronzer. Just what I know works best. That way I can see how the other products perform. So just applying concealer. I like to apply it directly down the middle of the face, under my eyes, and just around my chin area, around my lips where I tend to get some redness, and just on the sides of the nose as well. I'm going to go in with a damp beauty blender. I do prefer to use a beauty blender to blend my concealer. I just find it is more hydrating for under the eyes, and I just find it blends in a lot nicer. It doesn't leave any sort of patchiness or any creasing on the eyes. It's just definitely my preferred method for concealer. And I just find it blends into my foundation a lot nicer as well. So everything just looks really seamless and blended. This concealer is probably one shade lighter than the foundation, so it is going to brighten up the center area of the face, but once we use some powder and bronzer, it will all tie in together nicely. I would say this concealer is definitely more on the medium coverage side. It does cover really nicely, but it doesn't look too thick or heavy on the skin, and I find I don't get any creasing with this concealer as well. So if you're in the market for a new concealer, I highly recommend this one. For powder today, I'm going to use this one from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder in the shade number 2 medium. I did go for quite a fuller coverage foundation, so I just feel like I need just a light powder to set it. I don't want to add too much product onto my skin, otherwise it does start to look too heavy and too cakey. This is definitely my favourite, more lighter coverage powder. I just find it just blends in beautifully on the skin. It just perfects any areas that need a little bit more coverage, and it just gives you that really beautiful flawless look. I'm just going to lightly start pressing that into the skin more so than blending, because that can tend to take away your foundation and your concealer. So I like to start by just pressing it onto the skin, and this helps to lock in your foundation and your concealer. Now I'm going to add some warmth back into my skin with a bronzer. I'm going to use this one from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush bronzer. It's a matte finishing bronzer. You can use this on the face and the body. This is my current favourite bronzer in the shade number 2 medium. I just love how this looks on my skin. It's the perfect neutral tone bronzer, which I like. Nothing too cool toned. I prefer something either more warm or neutral, and this one is beautiful. I can wear it when I have more fair toned skin or when I have a tan, and it looks really pretty either way. And just like the powder, it's just a really beautiful lightweight formula, so it's really easy to blend into the skin. I don't get any patchiness, and it's just a really beautiful bronzer for adding some warmth back into your skin. So I like to apply this on my cheeks, up around my temple and forehead, and also around my neck and jawline, and this just really helps to add some more structure back into the face. And the brush I'm using to apply this bronzer is a Dose of Colours angled contour brush. I really like more of an angle shaped brush. I just find it fits perfectly onto the cheeks, and you can use it to really help to also contour your face using this bronzer. I'm also going to use this bronzer to contour down the sides of my nose. I'm just using a smaller eyeshadow brush. This one is from BH Cosmetics. It's their Marble collection. And I just like to go from the top of my brow and just bring it down along the side of my nose and just kind of round it off on the end as well. I actually really do love contouring my nose. I find it does make a big difference, and it just kind of helps to tie everything together so the middle of your face isn't so bare compared to your cheeks and your eyes. For blush, I'm really excited to try out this new blush product from Patrick Ta. This is one of the double take cream and powder blushes. This one is in the shade Do We Know Her. This is a really beautiful, more of a peachy coral tone. Now the trick with this is, I've seen Patrick Ta use this online, and he says to use the powder first and then press the cream over the top. That way it kind of holds onto your skin a lot longer, whereas cream products tend to kind of come away off your face a lot quicker than powder. So if you put the powder underneath and then the cream on top, it's meant to hold it on a lot longer. So I'm really interested to try that technique. I've usually always done cream blush first, but I'm going to follow what Patrick Ta says because this is his product and he's an amazing makeup artist. So I'm going to go in with the powder shade first. I'm going to pick up some of that blush on this Morphe brush. This doesn't actually have a number. It was part of their rose gold collection. It's just kind of an angled contour brush. So I'm just going to pick up some of that peachy coral powder shade, and I'm just going to apply that just above where I've applied the bronzer. And I do like to kind of bring it up towards the temples. I just find it kind of lifts your face and just gives that little bit more extra dimension and colour to the skin. Wow, that's beautiful. I love that shade. That looks really nice. And I do like to just dust a little bit just across the middle of the nose, down onto the cheeks, just to kind of give it that nice flush of colour. So now I'm going to go in with the cream, and it's really nice that they've got this little compartment here that separates the cream from the powder. That way you don't get any powder mixing into the cream product. So I'm thinking whether I should use my finger or a beauty blender. I'm thinking I might try a beauty blender just to kind of dab in and just press it over the top. So let's see how that goes. I'm just going to use my damp sponge, just kind of work the product onto the sponge and just apply that directly over the top. Oh, that definitely gives it that extra bit of colour, doing it over top of the blush. This is actually a really interesting technique. Like I said, I've never tried it before, but I can see how it's going to stay on the skin a lot longer by doing the cream after the powder. So that's a very interesting technique that Patrick Ta has used for this product, and I have to say I quite like it. And it does give that really beautiful, healthy glow to your skin as well, using the cream over the top. That's actually really nice. Actually really like that. Very pretty. Now to highlight, I've been really excited to try out this new highlighter from Huda Beauty. This is the N.Y.M.P.H All Over Highlighting Powder. This is massive. It's like the size of my head, so that means it's going to last me a very long time. I absolutely love this beautiful flower design. It is absolutely stunning. This is a little bit more of a darker bronzy gold highlighter than I would typically use, but I'm just interested to see how it's going to look on the skin. So I'm going to apply some of that to the tops of my cheekbones and also along the tops of my eyebrows and just down the center of the face. And because I have that cream blush, that's also going to help my highlighter to stay on really nicely throughout the day as well. Wow, that looks beautiful. It's not too dark. I was worried it was going to be a little bit too dark for my skin tone, but it's actually not as dark when you apply it on the skin than how it looks in the pan. So I'm actually really liking that. Highlighting is definitely one of my favorite steps in makeup. I think bronzing and highlighting, just face products in general, I really love doing that step in my makeup. It just kind of transforms your whole face. It just adds some natural highlights, structure, and a beautiful bronzed glow. So I'm always a sucker for new highlighters and new bronzing products. I have got so many, but whenever a new one is launched, I always find myself wanting to try it out. Okay, it's giving my skin that beautiful highlighted glowing dewy look, which I really love, so love the look of that. Okay, now I've just zoomed you in a little bit closer so we can do the brows, the eyes and the lips. So first of all, for brows, I haven't actually tried this combination before, so I just kind of want to see how it goes. I'm going to use the Patrick Ta Shaping Wax. This one is in the shade Clear. I have used the tinted shade, which is more of a dark brown, in a video before, but I haven't actually used the clear before. So I'm going to use this with the Patrick Ta double-ended brow brush. So I'm just going to work the spoolie into the product, and I'm going to use this to shape my brows. I want to go for that more laminated brow look, so I haven't really done that in a video yet, so I wanted to try that out today. So I'm just going to pick up some of that wax on the spoolie, and then I am going to comb that through my brows and just really fluff up my brows. I've been liking this trend with more natural kind of fluffy brows. I always used to think having really long fluffy brows was a burden because everyone always used to have really nice kind of manicured shaped brows, but now that this trend's come out, I'm like, yes, finally my long fluffy brows are getting the attention that they deserve. Okay, so that's given us that really brushed up bushy brow kind of look, which I actually quite like. I didn't think I was going to like it too much, but I don't mind it actually. And next, just to fill in a little bit more colour in my brows, I'm going to use this Urban Decay Brow Blade. I have used the pencil side before, which is just like a regular eyebrow wax pencil, but I haven't tried the ink stain end, which is like a pen, like a fine line pen. So I'm going to use this just to add little natural strokes of hairs in the areas that I am a little bit more sparse, just to kind of add that little bit more colour in my brows. So I'm going to place the product straight down like this and just use little flicking upward motions just to add brow-like strokes. So it looks like natural hairs and not like I've completely filled in my hair. Not completely filled in my brows with a pencil. So just adding little tiny flicks of product, especially down the ends of my brows. They tend to be quite sparse, so just adding a couple of little flicks, and that just gives a little bit more colour and makes my brows look a little bit more fuller. So I'm just going to do the same on the other side, just adding little flicking motions. I do really like the new brow trends at the moment. We've kind of gone away from the really structured, full looking brow to more kind of natural, fluffy looking brows. So I have to say I am really enjoying that brow trend because my brows are big and fluffy naturally, so definitely helps me. Okay, so that's just made quite a bit of a difference. You can just see my brows aren't as sparse on the ends anymore, and I have to say I'm quite liking how they look. Moving on to the eyes, I'm just going to go for more of a natural, subtle eye look, but with a bit of glitter. So I'm going to first use the NATASHA DENONA Bronze Eyeshadow Palette. This is hands down my favourite palette at the moment. I've only used it a couple of times, but I am obsessed with it. As you can see, I've dipped into quite a few shades already. So the first shade I'm going to go in with is this shade down the bottom. This one is called Beach. This is just a beautiful light brown tone, perfect for a transition colour in the crease. I'm just going to pick that up on a big fluffy eyeshadow brush. This is a Morphe M441. I love this brush for really kind of blown out smoky looks on the eyes. So it's just a perfect brush for blending in the crease and just going above the crease just to get that nice shadow onto the eyes. This always just helps shape my eyes and helps create a base for where I want my other eyeshadows to go. And I want to take that up quite high, pretty much just below my brows. I am going for more of that kind of blown out, softer, smoky look. And I'm also going to apply some of that just to the outer corner of the eyes as well. And just on a smaller eyeshadow brush, this is a Morphe M506. I'm just going to take some of that same shade and just softly blend that out under the eyes. Just going to make that a nice soft smoky shade under the eyes. I'm not being too careful, it can come down a little bit further because it's just going to be more of a softer, subtle eyeshadow look. And to prevent the liquid glitter eyeshadow I'm about to use from creasing, I'm just going to go in with a base shimmer colour. So I'm just going to pick up this shade Silk. You can see this is a very loved shade. It's just a beautiful light golden bronze colour. So I'm just going to apply that onto the centre of my eye. And then I'm going to apply some of the liquid shadow directly on top. But this is just going to act as a base so that the liquid shadow has something to hold on to and it's not going to crease on the eyelid. If you're just wanting something a little bit softer, these two shades together are like my absolute go-to. Just using that neutral light brown shade in the crease and this beautiful light golden bronzy colour on the lid. I just think it's such an easy, soft glam look to do, and it just looks beautiful in the eyes. It complements all different eye colours, so this is definitely kind of an everyday go-to look if I'm wanting to add some sparkle onto the eyes. Okay, now for the fun part, I'm going to add the glitter liquid eyeshadow. This one here is from e.l.f. It's from their new glitter liquid eyeshadow collection. This one is in the shade Copper Pop. So what I'm going to do, it comes with this little long thin applicator. So I'm just going to apply that straight onto the eye, just more in towards the centre of the eyelid. And then I'm just going to take my flat eyeshadow brush. This is a Dose of Colours. It's actually a concealer brush, but I like to use it for eyeshadows because it's a synthetic brush. I'm just going to use it to just kind of pack that glitter shade right on top. You can see it just gives that more of kind of a wet look to the eyes. It's really pretty. And I like to just kind of press it into the eyelid as well. That way it's going to really stick to that eyeshadow that we used first. And this is going to help it stay onto the eyes for a lot longer and not crease. Okay, so you can see the eyes just have that beautiful wet glowing look to them. I also have another shade in the e.l.f. glitter eyeshadows. This one is a lighter, more of a champagne gold tone. This one is called Flirty Birdie. So what I'm going to do is add a little bit of this to the inner corners of the eyes just to give that lighter little bit of a sparkle. So just placing that right in the inner corners of the eye. That looks really pretty. Just adds that little bit of extra sparkle. I really like that. So now for mascara. I don't have a new mascara, but my most recently purchased mascara is the Huda Beauty Legit Lashes. I've been really loving this one. I like to use the curl and length side. This just really helps to lift my lashes and just give them really nice length. So I do like the comb. It's like more of a curve shape. So it just works really nicely to just kind of separate my lashes and just really lift them up and give them that curled effect. I definitely don't get any clumping with this mascara. I find it's really nice for just more natural lashes. If you're wanting just really nice long separated lashes, this mascara is amazing for that. And it's also a really nice mascara for the bottom lashes. It just really helps to separate them, and I don't have any issues with transferring down onto my under eyes either, so I always love a good mascara that doesn't do that. And for lashes today, I'm going to be using my current favourite pair of lashes. These are from Kiss Lashes. These are the RITZY Natural Black. They are just the perfect kind of everyday natural wispy looking lashes. So I'm just going to pop these on and I'll be right back. Okay, so lashes are on. I just love the way these lashes look on my eye shape. I do have slightly more hooded eyes, so these ones are perfect. They're nice and wispy, so you can still see the eyeshadow on my eyes. So now we're going to move on to lips. I've been really looking forward to trying out this new lip combo from Patrick Ta. So first of all is one of the new Precision lip crayons. This one is in the shade That's Why She's Late. Patrick Ta released some beautiful red toned lip products, so I really wanted to try this out. So I love the lip liners. I do have a couple of the nude shades and I really love the formula. They're extremely creamy and pigmented, and it does have this unique kind of rectangle shape. I'm not sure if you can see, but it just makes it so easy to apply around the edges of the lips, and you can even fill in your lips with this, and it's just so easy to use. So I'm going to use this to line my lips first. I feel like I haven't done like a bold or a red bright lip in such a long time on my channel, so I'm looking forward to doing that today. My lips do feel really nice and smooth from that lip mask as well. This lip liner is just literally sliding on, it's so smooth. And now I'm going to use the matching shade in the lipstick. This packaging is beautiful. And this is what it looks like, this beautiful, bright, vibrant red. It does look like more of a matte shade, so I'm going to go in and apply that directly on the lips. I've decided I want to do a couple of freckles just through the center area of the face, so I'm going to use that same ink stained pencil on the Urban Decay brow blade. So I'm just going to use that and just do a couple of little dots around my center area on the face, across the nose, and then I'm just going to press them in with my finger. That way they look more blended into the skin and more natural. So I'm just going to start by doing a couple of little dots around this area of the face. Then I just get my finger and just press over them lightly. Then I'm doing a couple more on this side. And then a couple on top of the nose as well. Even if you make a mistake using a brow pen like this, it's really easy to blend into the skin. So you can literally blend it out, or you can just soften it down on the nose a little bit. Okay, and that just adds that really natural freckle look to the face. So to finish off this look, I'm going to spray some of the MAC Fix Plus. This is the Magic Radiance, which is a all-day hydrating spray, and it has vitamin C. So definitely what I'm looking for with a hydrating spray to set my makeup. And that's just going to add extra glow and luminosity to my skin, as well as helping my makeup last a lot longer throughout the day. So this is the look here, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I love this soft, glittery looking eye. I just think it looks beautiful paired with this bright, bold red lip. I'm absolutely in love with this lip color. It's just like the perfect red in my opinion, and I just really like the way the skin came out as well. I really loved this blush cream and powder duo from Patrick Ta. I just think it looks absolutely beautiful in the skin. It gives that really dewy glow look with using the cream on top, so that was definitely a new technique that I am going to try out again. I really loved the beautiful glitter liquid shadow from e.l.f. I think those are really beautiful colors. I know they do come in some darker and brighter fun colors as well, so I might have to try some of those. And I definitely love this lip combination, these beautiful red lip liner and lipstick from Patrick Ta. I think they are Just so beautiful, and just the perfect red if you're looking for a really bright, kind of more true red with a slight pink undertone. This one I think is beautiful. I also did really like the Huda Beauty highlighter. I think it just looks beautiful and a little bit more subtle on the skin than some other highlighters I own, which are very blinding. So if you're wanting that more kind of a natural glowing look to your skin, I think this highlighter is beautiful. It's definitely not as dark as I thought it was going to look on my skin, so I really liked that one. Also really loved the Patrick Tarte lip mask. This just made my lips feel so nourished and hydrated before I applied lip products, and they went on so smooth and creamy onto my lips. I also did really enjoy the Urban Decay All Nighter Ultra Glow Primer. It was definitely a different consistency and look to a primer I've seen before, but it did give me a really nice hydration to my skin before my foundation and base products were applied, and it has given my skin that beautiful natural glow. So I'll definitely be using this one again. I think it's a really beautiful primer. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. I'd really love for you to join my YouTube fam. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.